Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your GIS News for Tuesday, July 22. 3 new fire trucks have been commissioned into service to improve the capacity and response time of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Valued at $133 million, the fire trucks were handed over Monday by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development during a brief function at Jamaica House. The first of their kind in Jamaica, the units are designed for the local terrain and are capable of pumping water while being driven.
It's higher than the normal vehicle, and therefore will be able to go places where the regular ones can't. And it's not too big. It's 3,000 gallon capacity of water, and therefore it will have some amount of water to respond immediately to fires.
The units will be dispatched to fire stations in St. Andrews, St. Catherine and Clarendon. Portfolio Minister Noel Arscott used the handing over ceremony to reiterate government's commitment to upgrading the island's fire service.
We have released some funds to do some emergency repairs to the other trucks, so that, with the gradual implementation of a program, new trucks as well as rehabilitation, we expect in a short time to get the fire brigade up to the required standard of the units that they would need.
Minister of Youth and Culture Lisa Hanna has appointed a committee to review the operations of children's homes. The minister's decision follows an unauthorized sexual education program taught in 6 privately operated residential care facilities. The review committee, led by Chair of the Child Development Agency's Advisory Board, Maxine Henry Wilson, is expected to provide a report to Minister Hanna in 3 weeks. The Youth Ministry says the committee will examine the terms and conditions of the operational activities of the 6 homes involved, as well as the reports, documentation and opinions submitted. The report compiled by the review committee will not only inform the ministry's treatment of the apparent breaches at the 6 homes, but will also provide input for the review of the licensing regime for privately operated children's homes and places of safety. And still on childcare matters, the Office of the Children's Registry, the OCR, is warning parents that they may be prosecuted for not providing adequate adult supervision for their children. The warning follows the death of 3 children in a house fire in Negril, Westmoreland last Friday. It's reported that the children, who were 14, 10 and 7, were left alone at home by their mother, who had gone to the gym. In a statement, OCR Registrar Greg Smith bemoaned the loss of the young lives due to what he described as the reckless practice of leaving children to take care of children. Mr. Smith also reminded parents that persons under the age of 18 are considered children by law and that neglect was a form of child abuse punishable by law. In an effort to increase visitor arrivals during the off-peak period of May to August, the Ministry of Tourism and Entertainment has launched Jam Rock Summer 90 Days, 90 Ways. Portfolio Minister Dr. Wickham McNeil says the concept is to use entertainment to attract visitors to the island between May 15 and August 15 each year, the period between the winter and fall seasons, when there's a dip in arrivals.
Although people know that Jamaica is a place that you can escape to in the winter to get away from the cold, it is now a place that you can go to in the summer to enjoy yourself.
Jam Rock Summer 90 Days, 90 Ways is endorsed by the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association. Jam Rock Summer involves music, parties, sporting, culinary, literary arts and other events to entice everyone to experience Jamaica in a different way. Meanwhile, tourists and locals alike can now enjoy personal watercraft such as jet skis now that the ban on their use has been lifted. The Tourism Ministry advises, however, that the ban on the importation of personal watercraft remains in effect until further notice. In February, a general ban was imposed on the use of personal watercraft in the wake of 3 incidents involving the vessels between August 2013 and January 2014. The ban allowed government to regularize commercial operations and allowed the Maritime Authority of Jamaica, MAJ, to register all personal watercraft. To date, the MAJ has registered 90 private and 29 commercial vessels. And finally, former Governor-General Sir Howard Cook is to be accorded a state funeral. The funeral will be held on August 8 at the Holy Trinity Cathedral in Kingston, starting at 10 a.m. Interment will follow at the National Heroes Park. Details of the period of state mourning, signing and locations of condolence books, and the period of lying in state will be announced shortly. Sir Howard, Jamaica's 4th Governor-General, passed away on July 11 at the age of 98. And that's it for GIS News Today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.